Here is a number to ruin your morning. This year, a report landed for May Day, the workers' holiday of all days. And it found that top CEO pay rose about 20 times faster than worker pay in 2025. Not 20% faster, 20 times faster. So while you watched your wage inch up like it was apologizing, the people at the very top pulled away at a speed you cannot run at, were never meant to run at. And then, with a straight face, they call it earning it. So let us look at what earning it actually looked like this year. Here are the two raises, side by side, so you can feel the gap in your gut. The average pay of an S&P 500 CEO grew 25.6% in 2024 to 2025. The average American worker's hourly wage rose about 1.3%, 1.3. So the boss got a raise roughly the size of a second salary, and you got a raise roughly the size of a rounding error. Same economy, same year, same company in a lot of cases. One of you is being thanked for the work and the other one is doing it. And do not let them frame this as one weird year. Look at the longer arc. Between 2019 and 2025, real CEO pay surged 54%. Over the same stretch, real worker pay fell 12% globally. Read those two facts together slowly. Theirs went up by half. Yours went down, not stayed flat, down. So when they tell you a rising tide lifts all boats, the data is sitting right there saying the tide went out for you and rolled in for them, and it has been doing that for years while everyone argued about something else. Now here is the line that should be on a billboard. It would take the average worker nearly 500 years to earn what one S&P 500 CEO made in a single year. 500 years. Not a long career, not a few lifetimes. 5 centuries of full-time work to match 12 months at the top. Go back 500 years in your own head. That is before your country existed in its current form. That is the gap, measured in human time. And they look at that and tell you it reflects how much harder one person works than another. And the wealth at the very top is not just high, it is accelerating. Global billionaire wealth hit a record $18.3 trillion in 2025, up more than 16% in 1 year, 3 times the average pace of the previous 5 years. So it is not only that they have more than ever, it is that the speed of the pulling away is itself speeding up. The gap is not a static fact you can get used to. It is a widening one, getting wider faster. Every single year you spend being told to be grateful for 1.3%. So strip away the word they love, earning. Nobody earns 500 years of someone else's labor in a year by working harder. That is not earning, that is capture. The CEO captures the value that thousands of workers create and routes it upward through stock and bonus and structure. The work is yours, the earning is theirs, the vocabulary is the con. They use the language of effort to describe an act of extraction because effort sounds fair and extraction sounds like what it is. And here is the only conclusion that does not leave you helpless. You cannot close a 500-year gap by working harder inside the same arrangement that built it. The math is not on your side and it was never designed to be. The gap exists because they own and you only labor. So the move is not to ask, politely, for a slightly less insulting raise next year. The move is to get on the ownership side of the line, even a little, even slowly. Because the people pulling away are not pulling away on salary. They are pulling away on the things they own. 20 times faster. 54% up while yours fell 12. 500 years to catch a single year, and they call it earning it. Remember that phrase, because it is the most expensive lie in the economy, the one that turns a heist into a meritocracy in a single word. Wake up is not the slogan. It is the moment you stop asking for a fair share of the wage and start demanding a share of the thing the wage is built on top of. If that did the math for you, good. I put the ownership side into practice with MXEL, where the people who create the value earn a real stake in it instead of a raise that apologizes for itself. This is the ownership stuff in practice, MXEL at mxl.com. Stay loud.